Hey everyone, today we're going to be painting this Batman Dark Detective cowl that was designed by Nico Industries. If you haven't already, don't forget to check out part 1 of this build, where I took this from raw print to finished and ready for paint. Without further ado, let's get right to it. So the first step here is going to be using this Krylon metallic aluminum as our base color for the project. We're going to shake it up really well and then get a nice thin layer around the entirety of the helmet. We want to make this look sort of metallic and look like a metal militaristic design, and there we go, all nice and shiny. Next step here is to use some standard toothpaste, and we're going to apply that to the helmet on this toothpick. That's just an everyday toothpick, nothing special about it. And we're just going to add a little bit of the toothpaste to the toothpick, and we're going to start masking off some areas of the helmet with this. So this should do the same kind of thing that a liquid latex will do. So you just need to apply a little bit of toothpaste to the toothpick and start adding it to the helmet. You don't need a whole lot. I'm going to be going for a less is more approach on this kind of thing. I want it to look like it's been used in battles a couple of times, but I don't want to look like it's too messed up. So we're going to just add a little bit of here to add some scratching and some dings and some damage. Now that the helmet's all masked off, we're going to go for the main color on this helmet, which is going to be this Krylon Matte Deep Gray, and we're just going to shake it up good like we did on the last one and apply a thin coat to the entire helmet, just making sure we get it fully covered. Now, this was the closest color that I could find to the comic. I think it's going to look really great on here, and the nice thing about it is that it's dark enough that when you take the masking stuff off, you're going to get a good contrast between the silver and the gray. It's not going to be too close of a color, and I honestly think that when I think of a Batman cowl in the comics or Batman gray, this is going to be what I look at. So I'm really happy that Krylon has this color and that it works out so well for this costume. This helmet is dry now, so we're going to remove the toothpaste and reveal the silver underneath. We're basically going to remove it the exact same way we put it on. We're just going to use a toothpick and take off the toothpaste that was underneath. It should come off fairly easily. Sometimes the toothpaste, doesn't come off super clean, so we want to just have some water and a damp towel nearby just to wipe it away if we need to. The trick here is to be somewhat gentle with the toothpick. The toothpick could scratch the paint job and leave a little bit of discoloration, so you want to just watch out for that when you're doing this. But otherwise, it's a fairly simple process. Next step here is to use some black acrylic for the detail work on this helmet. So there's obviously this little gap area that is black in the comics. It's a different color than the rest of the helmet, so I'm just going to get in there with a sponge brush and some acrylic paint. I'm not the greatest at this in the world, so I do have, like I said, a damp towel nearby to wipe away any mistakes and try to get it as clean as I possibly can. Looking pretty good so far. I'm liking the contrast. Definitely coming together. Now this is the fun part for me, weathering. This is where I really feel like the project finishes and really comes together. And until this step, it looks good, but it's not really lived in, right? So my idea here again is to go for a less is more approach. So I'm not going too crazy with this, but I want to just have some brown acrylic paint mixed with some water, and I'm just adding it with a sponge brush and then continually dabbing it or wiping it away just to see what naturally falls in the crevices and what stays on. So whatever gets in the areas that can't get wiped out obviously is the parts that are hard to clean, which makes it look more realistic. And then the other aspect of this is I'm going to dab a little bit on where the silver is, just to make it look like it's more faded and more grungy and dirty, where the scratch marks are, as like there's grooves there that it's harder to clean out. Alright, here it is all finished up.
I am very happy with how the paint job came out on this. I'm again really glad I went for the less is more approach on the damage, because I think it works really well without going too overboard, and I am very thrilled with the weathering on this. I think it brings it all together. I know that a flat piece can sometimes look really nice, but in a project like this, you want to give it that battle damaged and worn look.
I'm really happy with how this project turned out, and if you'd like to see me make the rest of the Batman Dark Detective costume, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you can see my upcoming builds. Thanks for watching.